Hey everyone, I have a 70s Coke machine and it stopped vending with coins last weekend, which is a drag because the summer is here and we wanted to use it. So I got on the intrawebs and found a way to free vend it, and I found a diagram. But the problem I had was how to activate the free vend. And what most people do is, and I'll get to the free vend part in a second, but what most people do is put a switch on the machine, and here's my switch from Radio Shack. And everyone I saw was hanging the switch out of the opener hole or change hole. I didn't like that, and I didn't want to drill out the machine, so I was looking around in here figuring out a way to activate it, and I saw this. This is connected to the return change slot, so check it. You push this down on the front to get your change back, but what I did is I mounted my switch so it is activated by the mechanism. And then to mount it, all I did was, I have a little black C-clamp that you can get for nothing. And then this is just a little L bracket that I bought at the hardware store, and I drilled the hole out a little larger to fit the switch. And we see our two wires going up here, and they have to be long enough to go up there. The door won't shut because it can't go between any of those spots. That goes to your Johnson plug, I believe is what it's called, which you can see right there. So to make this work, unplug the machine, then unplug your Johnson plug, which I have done. So now we have an open Johnson plug. And then I'll take a picture in a minute about how to wire it. But here's my wires. They're going to go in here. And then to make it really work right, I went to Radio Shack and I got these. Oh, shoot. I got these 1/4 male ends. And I just soldered them onto this wire. And then what will happen is, after I show you the diagram, you'll be able to plug your wires in here in the appropriate way. And then when you're done, you can shut it all up and get a free Coke. So I'll finish up the job and then we'll turn the video back on and I'll show you what I did. Okay, first of all, that is not a Johnson plug. That's a Jones plug. Not that you necessarily need to know that, but the black box there is a Jones plug. So you're looking at a diagram I created. This is how the Jones plug lives in my Coke machine. There's a back row and a front row. And first of all, before you do anything, unplug your Coke machine. I don't know that there's any deadly current running through this thing, but that's always a wise thing to do. The other thing is, use this at your own risk. All the machines are a little bit different. I don't know that you could hurt one by doing this, you know, if it was a different Jones plug, but this seems to work for a lot of the older machines that have a plug like this. Now what we're looking at here is the on and off switch. I happen to have one, but that's a Radio Shack switch. It's got a spring inside, so it's always off. You can push it down and then it pops back up automatically. And that would be the best way to get your vend and for your switch to work. That's going out on a positive wire. You'll see the red wire, and it's connected to basically just a jumper that goes from slot 1 to slot 4 on your back row. I notched a little hole in the wire covering so that I could solder this positive coming off the switch just into that red jumper. That's all it needed. Then you have a black wire coming off the negative, and that's going in slot 3 on your back row. Very simple. And then to become even more simpler, we have a jumper from 2 slot on your back row to 4 slot on your front row. That's just a single wire. That's it. I know it looks simple. I know you're going to think, hey, how is this actually going to work? It does work. So what else? Initially I had just stuck wires in to verify that it would work, and it did. And then I went and got my 1/4 Crimp-On male quick connects, soldered my wires on there. I did that just so it would stay in when I opened and shut the doors to load the machine. So good luck. Once again, unplug your machine and use at your own risk. This is very simple. It's very cheap. And you'll be amazed when you do all this and then your machine is free vending and you don't have to worry about it anymore. Thanks for watching. And now you're about to see the reveal where I shut the door and see if it actually works. Alright, she's plugged back in. Shut it up. Let's get the Johnson switch out of the way. For the plug. And you want to make sure that your clamp doesn't hinder your being able to shut this. I found a place where it was fine with it. And then now, technically, we should be able to do this. And you heard it click. And Coca-Cola. Free Vend. It costs about $4 and a little diagram. Enjoy.